David and Goliath. 1 Samuel 17. Now the Philistines gathered their army to fight Israel. Their champion, Goliath of Gath, was a giant of a man who stood 9.5 feet tall. He had a bronze helmet on his head and bronze armor on his body. Everything about him was huge and heavy. Every day for 40 days, he challenged the Israelites to send a champion out to fight him. "If he can kill me, we will be your servants. But if I kill him, you will serve us." When Saul and all Israel heard these words, they were afraid. Now Jesse's 3 older sons were in Saul's army, but the youngest, David, went back and forth from Saul to tend his father's sheep at Bethlehem. One day, Jesse told David to take food to his brothers and find out how they were doing. So David rose early in the morning, left the flock with a keeper, and went to the valley of Elah. He came to the camp as Goliath came out and yelled his challenge, "I defy the army of Israel! Give me a man that we may fight together!" Hearing him, the Israelites fled. David said, "Who is this Philistine, that he defies the armies of the living God?" The people told him, adding, "Whoever kills Goliath will be given great riches by King Saul. The king will also give him his daughter to marry." David's brother, Eliab, heard David's question and said, "What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be with the sheep?" David said, "What have I done now? I just asked a question." He turned away from Eliab and asked another man about Goliath and got the same reply. Hearing about David's questions, Saul sent for him. David said, "No man needs to be afraid of Goliath. I'll go fight this Philistine." Saul said, "You can't go. You are just a youth, and this man has been a warrior since his youth." David said, "I tended my father's sheep. When a lion or a bear came out and took a lamb from the flock, I attacked it and killed it and rescued the lamb. I have killed both lion and bear, and this Philistine will be like one of them, since he has defied the armies of the living God. The Lord has delivered me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear. He will deliver me from Goliath." Saul said to David, "Go, and may God go with you." Saul gave David his own armor, but it was too large. David took it off, saying, "I can't wear this." David took his staff and slingshot and chose 5 smooth stones from the brook, put them in his shepherd's pouch, and approached the Philistine. Goliath said, "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks? Come to me and I'll feed you to the birds." David said, "You come to me with a sword, a spear, and a javelin, but I come to you in the name of God, whom you have defied. This day God will deliver you into my hand, and I will strike you down and remove your head from you. And I will give the dead bodies of your Philistine army to the birds of the sky and the beasts of the field, so that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel, and that all standing around here may know that God does not deliver by sword or spear. The battle belongs to the Lord. He will give you into our hands." Goliath stepped forward, and David ran to meet him. David put his hand in his bag and took one of the stones and slung it. The stone struck the Philistine right in the forehead, and he fell on his face to the ground. David had no sword, so he ran up to Goliath and took his sword out of his sheath and cut off Goliath's head. When the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they ran away. The men of Israel chased them, killing them as they fled.